be really similar to what we did yesterday, except this time with our equations, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time getting those up. Except with the equations, you're going to have variables on both sides. So both the left and the right. So there's just going to be a little bit more organizing. Did you guys like the kind of 2-column method we did the last 2 days? Was that helpful? Okay. That'll be especially nice with these. So simplifying equations with variables on both sides. Step 1, we are going to simplify one or both. Is this on? No, it's not. Both sides if necessary. So that could maybe be distributing, right? Things like that. Then we're going to use opposite operations to get all variables on one side, right? So if you have a positive on one side, move it to the other and make it a negative. And then we're going to get the variable by itself. Maybe we'll need to multiply or divide, something like that. Okay. So if you take a look at number 1, we have an equation. We have 6x plus 3 equals 5x plus 7. We have variables on both sides. I see an x term on the left and an x term on the right. Do we want them on both sides though? No, where do we want all of them? Preferably everybody on the left, right? So we're going to use our 2-column method. We're going to get all our variables on the left, all our numbers on the right. So we're going to go through and decide if they're good where they are or if they need to move. Now, if they need to move, what needs to happen with their sign? What if it was already negative? Then it becomes positive, right? It's going to switch, right? If it was a negative and you got to move it, make it positive. If it was a positive and you got to move it, make it negative. So I'm going to put my 2-column. Okay, and now let's go through. We have a 6x. Is that good where it is or should it move? That's good where it is. So drop that down. And then when I'm done with something, when I know that I've kept it or moved it, I like to cross it out because do you want to accidentally write it again? No. All right, then the 3. Does the 3 stay or does it go? It goes and switches from a positive to a negative. Good. All right. So taking care of our left-hand side, now we're on the right. We're on what should be the number side, right over here. So should 5x stay on the number side or should it move to the left? It needs to move to the left, and Hannah needs to go from a positive to a negative. And then what about the 7? Is it good where it is or should it move? It's good where it is. We're already on the number side, so it can stay there. Now what's nice about this is you got all your like terms together, right? Variables with variables, numbers with numbers. So let's combine our like terms. What is 6x minus 5x going to give us? Jake? 1x. Is it okay for you to write the 1? Yes. Do you have to write the 1? No. It's up to you. I'm just going to put x. Because that implies that there's just one of them. Then what's negative 3 plus 7? Hannah? 4. Very good. And then we're done. Remember when we have positive and negative numbers and we're adding or subtracting? If one's negative, one's positive, subtract, right? And then your sign is whatever you have more of. Like in this situation, 7 minus 3 is 4. You have more positives, so it's a positive 4. Or if you're not great at those, what do? Plug it into your calculator, right? Should we ever guess? No, don't guess. Okay. Let's look at number 2. We have 15 plus 2r equals 1 minus 5r. I don't see any parentheses or anything you need to distribute or anything. So we're just going to put our column. And then 15. Should 15 stay there or should it go to the other side? It's going to go to the other side and become negative. There's no letter on it, right? And if it helps you, you can always break out a highlighter and like highlight the ones you see ahead of time that have letters on it, if you find that helpful. Okay, so we've used the 15. 2r, should it stay on the left or move to the right? It's going to stay on the left. 2r. Okay. Now we're on our number side. Should one stay there or should it go? One should stay. We're already on the number side. Leave it there. And then the negative 5r, stay or go? Go, make it a positive. Very good. Oh, sorry. All right. So now let's combine our like terms. I don't know why I can't draw a plus sign today. 2r plus 5r. What's 2r plus 5r going to give us? 7r. Good. Equals, and then negative 15 plus 1? Hannah? What kind of 14? Negative, because we have more negatives, right? So negative 14. And then with this one, we're not quite done yet, because what do we need to do to both sides? Divide both sides by 7. Good. So r equals, and then divide. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Good. And 14 divided by 7 is? Very good. Yeah. We're going to have negative 2. Good. Good. So are we seeing how to apply our 2-column method here? Okay. Brooke, is this making reasonable sense so far? Okay. All right. Really, and then the rest of these are all just the same stuff, just some of them are, you know, maybe they get a little more complicated as we go down the page. That's all that's really going to happen. All right. Number 3, we have 8x minus 4 plus x equals 10 minus x plus 8x. So let's put our columns. 8x. It is going to stay. Very good. And again, too, if you want to go through pre-highlight, we got an x here, an x here, here, and here. We got a lot of them, right? If you like wanted to simplify a little bit before rearranging here, you could. You could combine some like terms, but I like to completely reorganize first and then simplify. So yeah, 8x is going to stay. Good. All right, someone at home, what about that negative 4? Okay, thanks for letting me know, Bailey. How about Kaysen, what do you think we need to do with that negative 4? We're going to move it and switch it to a what? That's okay. It's already negative, right? We're going to move it, make it positive. Good. Now the x. Jake, what's going to happen with the x? It is going to stay. It's already on the correct side. Drop it down. I don't know why I can't write on here properly today. All right, now we're on to the number side. So Hannah, would 10 stay or go? 10 is going to stay. So plus 10. Annalise, negative x, stay or go? Is it going to stay in negative? Right, we're going to move it and we're going to make it a positive x. Good. And then last part here, 8x. Again, ooh, I'm running out of room. Let me scoot this stuff over. It's very hard to write neatly on here. We have an 8x. I kept my other x. I have another x. And then, Brooklyn, what do you think is going to happen with that last x? Should it stay on the right or should it go to the left? Well, take a look at where all my other letters are. All my other letters are on the left, right? So should we get all the letters together? So what we would do is move it and then make it to the opposite side. Okay. So we're gonna move it over, make it a negative. Good. Now we're gonna combine our like terms. If you need to do this in more than one step, you can. But is everyone allowed to use a calculator? Yeah, so if you need to, you can kind of plug it in. Now you can't plug the variables into your calculators, but can you plug the numbers in the front in? Yeah, so technically what we're doing here is 8 plus 1 plus 1 minus 8, which would give us, Hannah? 2, good. So that's going to give us 2x equals, and then 4 plus 10 is 14. And then last step, Dallas, what are we going to do next? Yep, divide both sides by 2, good. So x equals 7. Good. Does someone have a question or anything? No? Okay. I think maybe someone just made a noise. All right. I want to do, I'm going to give you guys a minute or two. Try out number 4. Try out number 4 on your own, then we'll go over it. Let's get our 2 columns here. What am I going to pick on? Asia, what do we do first? Okay, so which number should I move to the right? Okay, yeah, so Asia wants to move this 2 over, make it negative. We're going to leave this 2m where it is, and we're going to move the 5 over and make it negative. Good. Jaden, what else needs to move now? Jaden, you alive in there? Maybe Jaden left us. All right. Annalise, what should we do? Yep. Move the m to the left, make it negative, and just drop down that 13, right? Combine your like terms. 2m minus m is just m. And if you put the 1m, that's okay. And then negative 2 minus 5 plus 13 should give us 6. Good. Questions on that? All right. 4 more. Number 5. Let me zoom in. Oh, wow. Is that a little better? Like looking at it through my terrible projector? Zooming in a little bit. It's okay? Okay. All right, number 5. Now this one, what's a little different here? Right, we have to distribute. Good. So let's do that first. So we're going to distribute our negative 5. And if you want, do we need to mess with anything on the left yet? No, so if you want, just drop that down. 6m minus 5. We can't do anything yet. Drop it down. Now we're going to distribute our negative 5. So, Jesse, help me distribute my negative 5. Jesse. I think my at-home people don't want to talk to me today. It's okay. I'm not offended. Okay, Bailey. What do I do, Bailey? Very good, Bailey. So what's negative 5 times 1? Not a positive. A negative 5 times 1 would give us negative 5. Good. And then do I need to also multiply to the other one, Bailey? Yeah, so good. We would have negative 30m. Good. Thank you, Bailey. We're alive out there. Oh, Mason's got it too. All right, cool. Thank you, Mason. Now we're going to put our 2 columns. So now we got to decide what's going to stay and what is going to go. Lynn, 6m, stay or go? Should the 6m stay on this side or should it go to the other side? The 6m? Stay. Yep, 6m is going to stay. What about Nick? What about the negative 5? This first one here, what's it going to do? Yeah, it's going to go and become a positive. Good. Now we're over to the other side. So we've used these. That other negative 5, it's already on the number side. Drop it down. And then the negative 30m needs to move. Make it a positive 30m. Combine your like terms. 36m equals 0. That's weird. What happens if I divide anything by 0? It's just 0. It's okay. So sometimes people get 0 and they freak out and they go, it can't be 0. It can be 0. 0 is a number. Zeros happen. Okay. All right. Number 6. Hannah, what do I do first? And what do I get when I distribute over here? Yeah. 4 times A is 4A. 4 times 4 is 16. So 4A plus 16. And then just drop down that 23 plus 3A. Good. Owen, what do I do now? How would I do that? Okay, yeah, we can move our 16 over, and if you want, you can subtract it from both sides too, Owen, it doesn't matter. So drop my 4A down, move my 16 over, make it negative. 23, we're gonna just drop down, and the 3A we're gonna move. So now let's combine our like terms. Mason, what's 4A minus 3A? Yeah, 1A or just A, either way, right? And then negative 16 plus 23 is going to give us 7. And then we're done with that. Okay. And there's more than one good way to arrange these guys. So it's really as long as you get to the same ending place, then we're okay. All right. However, if I feel like you're doing a different strategy and you make a lot of mistakes, I'm going to have you do this instead. All right, last 2. And then we'll have lots of time to do our homework. We'll end a little early so you guys can get some help with that. All right, number 7. I have 4 and then in parentheses, v plus 6 minus 5v equals negative 11 plus 6v. Is this ready to be rearranged yet? Yeah, we got to distribute first. Get rid of those parentheses. So, Aiden, help me distribute. What should I do with my parentheses and my distributing there? What do you think, Aiden? No? It shows him here on mine. He's not on a Duneland account though, so that might be why. But thanks, Asia. So Asia, since you're sitting in front of your computer still, help me out. What do I do first? Good. What do I do? What do I get when I distribute, Asia? Good. 4v plus 24. I'm going to just drop down my minus 5v and drop down my negative 11 plus 6v. Good. I worry when I call on people and I don't hear from them. It just tells me they're signing on and then I don't know. Going back to bed. Just as long as you're doing well. All right. Now let's rearrange. I'm going to put my columns. Kaysen, what do I do now? You there, Kaysen? All right, Asia, what do I do? Okay, so what variable should I have on the left, Asia? Good, yeah, my 4v is going to stay, my negative 5v is going to stay, and my positive 6v is going to come over and become negative. Good. And then my 24 will move over and become negative, and my negative 11 will drop down and stay a negative 11. Good. I don't know what happened to everybody at home today. I don't know. Everyone went back to bed. Except for like 3 people. Okay, good. I'm glad you're still alive. So since you're still alive, Dallas, what do I do next? Yeah, good. So we're going to have 4v minus 5v minus 6. Again, if you need to, plug your 4 minus 5 minus 6 in your calculator. That's going to give you minus 7v equals, and now simplify the numbers. Negative 24 minus 11 is negative 35. And then, Bailey, what do I do last? Yeah, what should I do with this negative 7? Yeah, okay, yeah, I got to get rid of it, right? So what's the opposite? The opposite of multiplying. Yep, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 7. Good. My pen turned off. Negative 7. Good. So your final answer should be V equals 5. Good. All right. Hopefully those of us who, I don't know, fell asleep at home understand what's happening. Because we're on the last one. And then we're done. And we're just going to work on our homework. Sound good? Cool. All right. Number 8. We got 1 plus 7p equals 6 times the quantity 7 minus p minus 2. Jake, what should I do first? Distribute. What needs to be distributed? Yeah, the 6. So I'm just going to drop down my 1 plus 7p. And I need to distribute the 6. What's 6 times 7, Jake? 42. Then I got to distribute it to the negative p. Jake, what's 6 times negative p? Yep, negative 6p. And then just drop down your other 2. Good. Hannah, now what? Okay, yeah, that 1, it's a number, switch it over, make it negative. What else could I do? What about with this 7p? Stay or go? That's gonna stay. Right, and then I've at least worked on those two, right? Brooklyn, what do you think about the 42? It is gonna stay. So put your plus 42. Annalise, what about that negative 6p? Yeah, move it over, make it positive, very good. And then we're just gonna drop down our negative 2. Final step's gonna be to simplify. Oh, am I frozen? Asia, am I frozen? Okay, good. I just looked like I can like see my other little screen here and my face looks frozen, but that's okay. As long as like my note screen isn't frozen. Okay, 7p plus 6p is gonna give us 13p equals, and the negative 1 plus 42 minus 2, I think is 39. Last step, divide that out, and you should get 3. And then you're done.